Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elder's Insight. I am so glad you are here today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten something that everyone says is healthy, like yogurt, but then a little while later your stomach feels off? Maybe you feel a bit bloated, gassy, or just not quite right. You are not alone. Yogurt is often considered one of the healthiest foods for our gut. It is packed with good bacteria, or what we call probiotics, that help with digestion, immunity, and even mental clarity. But, and this is important, yogurt is also very sensitive. The moment we mix it with the wrong foods, it can do more harm than good. In fact, certain food combinations can completely cancel out those healthy bacteria. Worse, they can cause fermentation in the gut, leading to indigestion, discomfort, and long-term imbalances. So today, we are going to talk about 3 foods that you should never eat with yogurt and why. But do not worry, I will not leave you guessing. I will also share 3 foods that do pair beautifully with yogurt. Foods that make it even more powerful for your digestion and your overall well-being. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to enjoy your yogurt the right way and feel good after every bite. Let's get started. Why? Yogurt is powerful, but also sensitive. As we get older, many of us start to notice changes in how our body handles food. Maybe foods we once enjoyed without a second thought now leave us feeling bloated, sluggish, or even uncomfortable. That is not your imagination. It is biology. As we age, our digestive system naturally slows down. Our stomach produces fewer digestive enzymes. The balance of bacteria in our gut changes, and the body becomes more sensitive to how different foods are combined. That is where yogurt comes in. Yogurt is rich in probiotics. Those are the live, healthy bacteria that help support digestion, fight off harmful bacteria, and even improve mood and memory. It can be one of the most healing, supportive foods for our gut, especially as we age. But, and this is a big one, yogurt only works well when it is eaten with the right foods. You see, yogurt is a bit like a delicate medicine. It does not mix well with everything. Some food combinations can actually kill the probiotics, slow down digestion, or even cause gas and fermentation in the gut. So, while yogurt can be incredibly healthy, it is also incredibly sensitive. And that brings us to the most important part of today's video. The 3 food combinations that you should absolutely avoid if you want to protect your gut and feel your best. Let's start with the first one. And it is something many of us eat every morning. 1. Fruit, especially citrus and melons. Now, this one might surprise you because fruit and yogurt are often seen as the perfect pair. You walk down the grocery aisle and there they are. Strawberry yogurt, blueberry yogurt, peach yogurt. It sounds healthy, right? But here's the truth. Mixing yogurt with fruit, especially citrus fruits or melons, can cause more harm than good, especially for older adults. Let me explain why. Fruits like oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, and even some berries are acidic. When you combine that acidity with the dairy proteins in yogurt, it can lead to something called curdling, not just in the bowl, but in your stomach. That curdled mixture becomes difficult to digest and can cause gas, bloating, or that heavy stomach feeling many of us know too well. Now let's talk about melons, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. Melons are what we call fast digesting fruits. Yogurt, on the other hand, digests more slowly. When you eat the two together, the melon tries to move quickly through your system, but it gets stuck behind the yogurt. The result? Fermentation in the gut, which can lead to gas, discomfort, and sometimes even loose bowels. Even in traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda, they have long warned against mixing fruits and dairy, especially for people with slower digestion, like many of us over 50. Let me give you a quick story. My friend Margaret, she's 72, active, and loves to eat clean. But every time she had her morning yogurt with grapefruit slices, she ended up feeling nauseous, We couldn't figure out why. Then one day, we took the citrus out. And just like that, the bloating stopped. We swapped it for something warm and simple, and she hasn't had stomach issues since. So what can you do instead? Instead of fresh fruit, try pairing your yogurt with cooked apples. Warm, soft, and spiced with a little cinnamon. It is soothing, easy to digest, and absolutely delicious. We'll talk more about what to eat with yogurt a little later, but for now, let's move on to food number 2 that should never be mixed with yogurt. And this one often shows up at lunch or dinner. 2. Meat or high-protein meals. Now, this one might not be as obvious, but it is just as important, and it can make a big difference in how you feel after eating. Yogurt should not be eaten with meat or other high-protein meals. Let me explain why. Yogurt itself is already a protein-rich food, so when you combine it with another heavy source of protein, like chicken, beef, pork, or even eggs, you are asking your digestive system to work extra hard, especially if you are over the age of 50. Here is what happens. Protein requires a lot of stomach acid to break down. When 2 or more heavy proteins are eaten at the same time, it slows digestion way down. That means the food sits in your stomach longer than it should, and during that time it can start to ferment or putrefy. I know that sounds unpleasant, but that is exactly what happens, and it can lead to gas, heaviness, acid reflux, and long-term gut inflammation. There is also another problem. Too much protein at once can overwhelm the beneficial bacteria in yogurt, making the probiotics less effective, or even completely destroyed by the stomach acid surge. Let me give you a real-life example. A viewer of this channel, a gentleman named Robert from Wisconsin, reached out last year. He told me he loved having Greek yogurt as a side dish with his grilled steak dinner, but afterward, he always felt sluggish, bloated, and sometimes even a little nauseous. We made a simple change. He started enjoying his yogurt as a separate snack earlier in the day or 2 hours after his meal, and he told me he hadn't felt that light and comfortable in years. You see, the digestive system is a bit like a fireplace. You cannot just throw a big pile of logs into the fire and expect it to burn better. You have to give it the right amount of fuel in the right order. So instead of eating yogurt alongside a heavy meal, save it for a time when your stomach is calmer. That way your body can truly absorb all the benefits. Now, let's move on to the 3rd food you should never combine with yogurt, and this one might catch some people off guard. 3. Spicy or fried foods. All right, let's talk about the 3rd food group you should never combine with yogurt, and that is spicy or fried foods. Now listen, I enjoy a little spice just like anyone else, and every once in a while a crispy treat can really hit the spot. But combining these foods with yogurt, that's a different story, especially if you are over 50. Here's why. Spicy foods, like chili peppers, hot sauce, curry spices, can be very irritating to the lining of the stomach, particularly if your digestive system is already a bit sensitive. When you add yogurt on top of that, which is naturally cooling and mucus forming, it creates a sort of digestive confusion. Your body doesn't know whether to cool down or fire up, and for many people, that results in heaviness, indigestion, excess gas, or acid reflux, sometimes just minutes after eating. Now let's talk about fried foods. These are typically cooked in processed oils that are difficult to digest on their own. When you mix them with yogurt, it creates a very heavy, sluggish meal that can sit in your stomach for hours. This combination often leads to bloating, lethargy, and in some cases, even joint stiffness due to inflammation, especially for older adults whose metabolism has slowed down. Here's a story that stuck with me. A woman named Gloria, age 65, told me she had a tradition of eating fried samosas with yogurt dip every Friday night. She loved the flavor, but always woke up the next morning feeling foggy and weighed down. I suggested she enjoy the yogurt separately, maybe earlier in the day with something lighter. And the next week, she emailed me saying, "I didn't just feel better, honey. I felt younger." That is the power of honoring your digestion. So if you are someone who enjoys spice or fried foods now and then, and there is nothing wrong with that, just be mindful about when and how you enjoy yogurt. Let it stand on its own or pair it with foods that support it. And that leads us perfectly into the next part of today's video, the part everyone's been waiting for. Let's talk about what you should eat with yogurt to make it work for your gut, not against it. 3 foods that combine well with yogurt. So far, we have talked about what not to eat with yogurt, but now let's shift our focus to the good stuff. The foods that pair beautifully with yogurt and actually enhance its digestive benefits. These are gentle, nourishing, and especially well suited for people over the age of 50. When combined the right way, they can help you feel lighter, more energized, and more in balance. Let's go through 3 of the best choices one by one. 1. Cooked apples with cinnamon, a gentle healing match for yogurt. When it comes to healthy eating, we often hear about the benefits of raw fruits and vegetables. But as we get older, our bodies sometimes need something a little softer, a little warmer, and a little easier to digest. That is exactly why cooked apples with cinnamon is one of the best things you can pair with yogurt, especially if you are over the age of 50. Let's start with the apple. Apples are rich in fiber, antioxidants, and a special kind of soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin is known for its ability to feed the good bacteria in your gut, making it a natural prebiotic. This means it helps support the healthy gut flora that yogurt provides through probiotics. But here is the key. Raw apples can be hard on the digestive system, especially as we age. The skin is rough, the fibers are firm, and the cold temperature of raw fruit can slow down digestion for people with sensitive stomachs. That's why gently cooking the apples is such a game changer. When you lightly simmer apples just until they're soft, you begin to break down some of those tougher fibers, making them much easier for the stomach to handle. This is especially helpful for older adults dealing with bloating, gas, or irregular bowel movements. Cooked apples can ease these issues and give the gut a much-needed break while still offering all the benefits. Now let's talk about the magic of cinnamon. Cinnamon is not just a tasty spice, it's a natural anti-inflammatory, and it helps the body regulate blood sugar levels. That's especially important for anyone managing prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or blood sugar swings, which become more common as we age. Cinnamon also adds warmth to the digestive process and helps stimulate gentle movement in the gut, which can support regularity. But beyond the science, there's something deeply comforting about this combination. The smell of apples simmering on the stove with a sprinkle of cinnamon can take you back to your childhood kitchen, your mother's recipes, or a crisp fall afternoon where the whole house felt warm and safe. And now, we're bringing that comfort into something that's also gut smart and senior friendly. So, what happens when you mix cooked apples and cinnamon into yogurt? You create a perfectly balanced, digestion-friendly meal that is soft, warming, nourishing, and easy on the stomach. The yogurt provides probiotics, the live, beneficial bacteria that support digestion and immunity. The apples provide prebiotics, which feed those bacteria. And the cinnamon rounds it all out by adding flavor, warmth, and a little extra support for your metabolism. Together, this trio forms a combination that works with your body, not against it. I remember one of our longtime viewers, Diane, she's 71, wrote to me last year. She said she had been eating yogurt with fresh berries for years, but as she got older, it started giving her stomach discomfort. She tried switching to warm, stewed apples with cinnamon stirred into her yogurt each morning. Within a week, she told me her bloating was gone, her energy was better,
and she felt so much lighter, not just physically, but emotionally too. That is the beauty of listening to your body. Now, if you'd like to try it at home, it's incredibly simple. Just peel and slice 1 or 2 apples. Any sweet variety will work. And place them in a small pot with a splash of water. Cover and let them simmer gently on low heat for about 10 minutes, or until they're fork tender. Then add a light sprinkle of ground cinnamon. Let it cool a bit, then stir it into a bowl of plain, unsweetened yogurt. You can enjoy it as a light breakfast, an afternoon snack, or even a gentle dessert after dinner. It's a perfect example of food that is both comforting and functional, something your gut, your taste buds, and your heart will all thank you for. Sometimes the most healing meals are also the simplest.
2. Ground flaxseed or chia seeds. Tiny seeds with big benefits for your gut. Sometimes the most powerful health boosters come in the smallest packages, and that's exactly the case with flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny seeds are packed with nutrients that offer enormous support for digestion, heart health, and overall well-being, especially for older adults. When added to yogurt, they create a healing combination that can help you feel lighter, more regular, and more energized throughout the day. Let's begin with flax seeds. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. That's important because inflammation in the gut is one of the leading causes of bloating, constipation, and discomfort as we age. Omega-3s help reduce that inflammation and support a healthier gut lining, but that's not all. Flax seeds are also one of the best plant-based sources of soluble fiber, which helps add bulk to stools and supports gentle, regular elimination, something many older adults struggle with. And then there's lignans, a unique type of antioxidant found in flax that may help with hormone balance and even protect against certain age-related diseases. So with just a single tablespoon of ground flaxseed added to your yogurt, you're giving your body a gentle cleanse, a boost in anti-inflammatory nutrients, and a solid foundation for gut health. Now, let's talk about chia seeds. Chia seeds work a little differently, but their benefits are just as impressive. When you soak chia seeds in liquid, unlike water, milk, or yogurt, they form a gel-like texture that helps soothe the digestive tract. This gel acts like a gentle lubricant for your intestines, which can be incredibly helpful for people dealing with constipation or irregular digestion. Chia seeds are also rich in fiber, protein, and essential minerals like magnesium and calcium, nutrients that support energy, muscle function, and bone health as we get older. And since chia is naturally gluten-free and low in sugar, it's an easy addition for those managing sensitive stomachs or blood sugar concerns. Now, when you combine either of these seeds with yogurt, you're doing two wonderful things at once. First, you're increasing the fiber content, which helps move waste through your system naturally. Second, you're creating the perfect environment for probiotics to flourish because good bacteria need fiber, prebiotics, to stay alive and active in your gut. Here's how to enjoy it. Take 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, make sure it's ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through undigested, or 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Stir them into a small bowl of plain yogurt. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so the seeds soften and blend in smoothly. You can add a dash of cinnamon or a drizzle of raw honey if you'd like to enhance the flavor naturally. You can also prepare it the night before. Just stir the seeds into your yogurt and let it rest in the fridge overnight. By morning, it'll have a creamy, pudding-like texture that's both satisfying and easy to digest. Let me share a quick story. One of our viewers, Thomas, he's 68 and recovering from years of gut issues, started adding flaxseed to his yogurt every evening as a dessert. He said within 3 days, he felt less bloated and more regular than he had in years. Not only that, but he also felt more clear-headed and focused during the day, something he hadn't expected. It's amazing what small changes can do. Adding flaxseed or chia seeds to your yogurt is simple, affordable, and highly effective. There's no cooking required, no fancy equipment, just a spoon, a bowl, and 5 minutes of your time. And the best part, these seeds don't just help your gut. They help your heart, your brain, your bones, and even your mood. So the next time you reach for a bowl of yogurt, consider adding one of these tiny superfoods. Your body will thank you for it, quietly, consistently, and in all the ways that matter most. 3. Cooked or soaked oats. A perfect partner for yogurt and your digestive health. When we think of comfort food, something warm, nourishing, and simple, oats often come to mind. They've been a staple in American kitchens for generations, and for good reason. Oats are easy to prepare, gentle on the stomach, and full of nutrients that support long-term health. But what many people don't realize is that oats and yogurt make a truly powerful combination, especially when it comes to gut health in older adults. Let's break it down. Oats are rich in a special kind of fiber called beta-glucan, which has been shown to help reduce cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and support immune function. But what makes oats really special for digestion is the fact that they're also a prebiotic food. That means oats help feed the good bacteria already living in your gut, including the probiotics found in yogurt. Think of it like this. Yogurt brings in the good guests, and oats give them something to eat so they can stick around and do their job. That's why combining oats and yogurt doesn't just make a nice meal. It actually creates a balanced digestive system support team. Now, let's talk about preparation, because how you eat oats is just as important as whether you eat them. As we get older, raw or dry oats can be hard on the digestive tract. They can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort, especially if your digestion is already sensitive. That's why I recommend always cooking or soaking your oats before mixing them with yogurt. Cooked oats, like the kind you make on the stovetop with a bit of water or milk, become soft, warm, and easy to digest. When you let them cool slightly and then stir in some plain yogurt, you get a creamy, satisfying meal that feels as good as it tastes. Another option, and one that's perfect for busy mornings, is overnight oats. You simply combine dry oats with yogurt and a bit of liquid, like water or almond milk, and let it sit in the fridge overnight. By morning, the oats are perfectly soft and the flavors have blended beautifully. You can even add a few extras, a sprinkle of cinnamon, a spoonful of ground flaxseed, or a handful of soft cooked fruit, and you've got a complete gut-friendly breakfast that takes no time at all. Let me share a story. Evelyn, a lovely woman in her 70s from Michigan, told me she had given up on oats years ago because they made her feel bloated. I asked how she was preparing them. And sure enough, she was eating dry instant oats with cold milk. We switched her over to lightly cooked oats mixed with plain yogurt, cinnamon, and stewed apples. 2 weeks later, she said not only was her digestion better, but her energy levels had improved, and she even felt her thinking was sharper. It's amazing how something as simple as changing the way we prepare food can impact how we feel, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. So the next time you reach for a bowl of yogurt, consider adding a scoop of warm oats, or make yourself a jar of overnight oats to enjoy in the morning. You'll be giving your gut the prebiotics and fiber it needs, and you'll be nourishing your entire system with a food that stood the test of time. This is not a trendy superfood. It's not a supplement in a bottle. It's just real food. Simple, affordable, and deeply healing when used wisely. And sometimes that's exactly what our bodies are asking for.
Before we wrap up, I want to take a quiet moment with you, not to teach, but to connect. I know that for many of us, food is more than just fuel. It's comfort, it's memory, it's tradition. And sometimes it's also confusion, especially when our bodies start reacting differently than they used to. If you've ever felt frustrated because something healthy left you feeling worse instead of better, you are not alone. and you're not doing anything wrong. The truth is, our bodies change with age, and they ask us gently to change with them. That's not a loss. It's an invitation to slow down, to listen, to treat our bodies with more kindness and care. And that's why we talk today about yogurt, this one humble food that can be so healing when used right, and so disruptive when combined poorly. Let's do a quick recap. You learned about 3 foods you should never eat with yogurt: citrus fruits and melons because of acidity and fast digestion, meat or heavy proteins, which overwhelm the digestive system, spicy or fried foods, which confuse and slow your digestion. Then we explored 3 beautiful foods that pair well with yogurt: cooked apples with cinnamon for warmth, fiber, and gut-soothing comfort, ground flaxseed or chia seeds for healthy fats, gentle cleansing, and digestive support, cooked or soaked oats for steady energy, prebiotics, and long-lasting satisfaction. These aren't just dietary tips. They're small, meaningful shifts that can help you feel better day by day, meal by meal. So as you step into your kitchen tomorrow morning, I hope you do so with just a little more confidence and a little more peace, because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to enjoy the food you eat and to trust that it's helping your body, not hurting it. And if this message resonated with you, if you learned something new or felt encouraged, I kindly ask you to share it with someone you care about, a friend, a sister, a neighbor who might be struggling with digestion but doesn't know why.